An end of an era. Alabama A&M University President Andrew Hugine will retire after 12 years of leadership at the school. Kanisha Dees had a virtual sit-down with Hugine. Kanisha, I hear this was a very transparent conversation.
Well, Julia, yes. In fact, he was very open about the many successes of the historically black college and university, but he also shared the challenges, especially during a pandemic. Here's a look at his journey.
Everyone does not get the opportunity to serve in this position, and when you do, it's an honor, and it's an honor that there are not many that have.
Outgoing Alabama A&M University President Dr. Andrew Hugine does not take his service lightly. This wasn't his first rodeo either. Before becoming a Bulldog, he was president of his alma mater, South Carolina State University. But like many, the pandemic and his latter years of leadership presented a big challenge.
Transition rapidly to remote education, remote learning, remote ways of operating the university, and that was fortunate because we became more efficient in the process.
Challenges also include keeping students safe with the school's mask policy.
And our students really have embraced that. You'll see them walking around campus and they still have their mask on because they want to be sure that they are here. They love the on-campus experience.
Hugine says long-term challenges include improvements on the university's infrastructure. He says the university is the premier minority school for STEM in Alabama. However,
there's still a need for a new student union building on the campus. And there's also a need for a new STEM research center.
Hugine said Alabama A&M has been steady with enrollment, falling just under 1%, about 200 students, during the pandemic. However, retention is another challenge.
When you look at our graduation rate, it is not where we like it to be. But one of the driving factors is that students just don't have the dollars and resources that's necessary for them to come back to the institution.
You mentioned that your biggest highlight was seeing students graduate.
70% of the students are coming from and receiving Pell Grants. So the degree immediately transitions them from one socioeconomic standard to another.
And Hugine believes the school will be left in good hands by his successor, Dr. Daniel Wims.
Well qualified. They couldn't have identified a better person to replace Andrew Hugine here at the helm.
As for what's next, it's all about the university's First Lady.
It's time now for me to work with her to do some of the things that she wants to do, and she loves to travel.
He said he'll also go fishing, so congrats to him and the First Lady. Their retirement celebration will be December 11th. That's coming up, and his official last day is on December 31st. President-elect Dr. Daniel Wims will assume leadership on January 1st. And for the full interview, head on over for fox54.com. Julia?
Well, his successor has some huge shoes to fill. Thanks, Kanisha.